week 5 of It Gets Weird podcast.
It gets weird.
I'm Kyle, and this is
Nile.
And we have returning guest Garrett.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Garrett.
Hey, Garrett. And today, we are going to be guiding Nile through the uncanny valley of alien experience.
I don't know if I'd really call it an uncanny valley.
I was trying to think of something that sounded cool and creepy, and that's all that came to me, so,
It'll work for now. It's more of a metaphorical, figurative uncanny valley than like the
usual definition.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
roll with it.
Yeah.
We'll roll.
We're
with it.
good.
Keep going.
We're good.
improve upon that later on. Anyways, we're here to talk about the Hopkinsville Goblins, or the Hopkinsville Encounter.
Hopkinsville?
Yeah, which is
Okay.
in Kentucky, I believe.
Yeah, it's in Christian County, Kentucky.
Yeah,
Christian. Oh, good. We
Yep.
got to keep it Christian.
It is in Kentucky. This takes place in 1955.
Oh, man.
On August 21st. Now, this encounter, Garrett and I were a fan of it before this podcast, so we knew a little bit about it. We we already had delved into the Hopkinsville Goblins.
Hence
before.
why he's joining us today.
Yeah,
Yep.
so that's why we got him in on this. Basically,
Big
the
fan.
story of the Hopkinsville Goblins is that I think they were called the Sutton family.
Yeah.
And they were kind of like out in a rural area, by like a forest and stuff.
So
And
cabin in the woods, classic scenario.
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
it says here that there were 5 adults and 7 children, in the Sutton family here.
Pretty good ratio.
There was like one patriarch kind of guy. And the basic story, as I understand it,
You should mention it's not just the Sutton family who's there. There's a few other people in addition.
oh, okay, there's other people there, not
Uh,
just from the Sutton family, I guess.
Like a man from Pennsylvania named Billy Ray Taylor.
Okay.
Man. All right.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of people.
He's
there.
going to play in very importantly here in a little bit.
Yeah. So basically, as I understand it, one of the guys, they didn't have like working what's the word? Pipes. They didn't have like running water and stuff. They basically went and got what?
They went.
No.
Well, it was Billy Ray Taylor who goes to the well to get water.
Because their pipes aren't working.
Yeah, they don't have
Right.
working pipes.
Okay.
So they're going down to the well to get water, and they see what looks like a weird disc-like craft. Your classic UFO,
Flying saucer kind of deal.
but not in the sky. They see it landed in the woods,
Oh,
and
okay.
I think they described kind of like a bright light coming from it. So they freak out. They go back. A couple guys go back out with him, and that's when they encounter these little figures, these little gray, I believe they were like gray colored. They were short.
About
they
3 feet tall.
Yeah, they were about 3 feet tall. They had these big eyes, big glowing eyes,
Big fucking ears, too.
and these like big,
All
these
right.
big kind of like goblin esque ears.
Well, they
basically
got
look
these
like
fucking,
goblins.
like, weird elf ears, and that's why they're fucking the Hopkinsville Goblins.
Yeah.
Oh, so they're like these are supposed aliens that fit the what we generally think of as goblins, like the very small, almost gargoyle looking, big eyes, big ears, like gray.
Yeah. This is one of the first, like, this is kind of what they hypothesized, like, where, like, little green men came from.
Ah, so this is like early on in
Early little green men.
early alien encounters, because
This is very early.
this is actually before what we were talking about in episode 6 that we recorded right before this was in the 60s. So this is actually before. Okay, so we're pretty early in the UFO
Phenomenon.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, Garrett, you and I, we we actually read about this like a week ago now.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
remember how exactly events unfold here? Otherwise, I'm gonna pull it up on my phone on like Wikipedia.
I've got it pulled up in front of me, actually.
Okay, would you like to talk
man.
about it?
Yeah, so they, you know, they've gone to get the water, they come back, Billy Ray's saying, you know, like, holy shit, there's weird little men, and everybody kind of laughs at him, but, the dog, the family dog starts to bark, so,
Always dogs with us.
it's
Yeah.
always dogs.
We noticed that trend earlier, unfortunately.
Billy and Lucky, I believe, who is the... Yeah, the
Is Lucky
patriarch
the
of the
dog
Suttons.
or one of the
Lucky's the patriarch.
Lucky
Yeah.
the patriarch? Okay.
I thought like you would think Lucky would be like the dog. So Mr. Billy Ray Cyrus was coming back from the well, right?
He's got Lucky already. The
Got
dog's
Lucky.
barking.
Yeah.
Lucky is the patriarch, not the dog.
Right.
Okay.
The dog doesn't get a name.
Man, that's really
Aw,
sad.
come on.
Come on, name your dog.
Alright, so according to this, Lucky and Billy, they hear the dog barking. They grab their guns, as is customary in Kentucky.
Oh yeah, you gotta grab your guns if the dog barks. It's like
Yeehaw.
that saying,
Yeah.
you know.
So,
when the
Annie,
dog
get your
barks,
gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They only make it like a little whiles past the front door, and one of the goblins comes out of the woods and begins walking towards them with its hands up.
Yeah, kind of
Like
like,
in a-
hey, don't hurt me. I'm here to just say hi.
Oh, so
kinda.
they were just surrender. Like the goblin like surrendered.
supposedly, yeah.
The goblin has like zero interest in like causing a big ruckus. The dog's just being a dumb idiot.
So unlike the what? Oh God, who did the "Bring the Motherfucking Ruckus" song? I don't know.
Oh God.
Unlike said
Wu-Tang
hip hop
Clan.
group.
Bring
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Ruckus.
yeah, yeah. Here we go.
Yeah, bring
Yeah,
them-
unlike Wu-Tang Clan, the Hopkinsville Goblins did not want to bring the motherfucking ruckus.
No, not
yeah,
at all.
that's- yeah.
Um,
That's how they describe it in
So,
the news reports.
yeah.
These creatures did
Um,
not want to bring the motherfucking ruckus. Pete wants
As-
to bring the motherfucking ruckus.
To
Sorry,
those that
we-
can't see this Skype feed we have right now, Garrett is in a room with about 3 cats, I believe,
More than that.
three. It's three.
Three?
It's
Just
3.
3 cats?
and they
And a
keep
dog.
just kind of hanging out, and one of them's like pawing at the couch right behind him.
That's Peter.
That's Pete.
It's Pete.
Hi, Pete.
Petrov.
Yeah.
Hey, tell Pete I said, hi, Pete. Hi, Pete.
Pete. Hey, that's from Kyle.
Oh, good.
Oh, you
we're
appreciate-
bringing cats together at this.
Anyways.
Good. All right. Anyway, so little boy's walking up, saying howdy do. You know, he's got his hands up, saying, "Hey guys, you know, I'm
Leave me
not trying
alone.
to. I'm
Don't
not
hurt me."
trying to be RZA. You know, I don't want to bring the ruckus." As is customary in Kentucky, Billy Ray shoots it.
Yeah.
Welcome
Why?
to Kentucky.
Why would you shoot?
Got him.
He had his hands up, and he was. Why would you shoot, Billy
Hey,
Ray?
he's just chilling, and Billy Ray's like, "Ah, fuck this."
Billy Ray Cyrus,
should-
you need to calm down and not shoot the aliens.
Hey, it should be noted that Lucky fucking goes hard too. He starts shooting at it too.
Ah, God damn it, Lucky.
Well, there's good news. The aliens are supposedly impervious to bullets, right?
Yep. Yeah, no,
Oh, that's great.
yeah, both men later admit there's no way they missed the creature at such close range, but the little being just did a backflip and ran into the woods.
So either the shooters are just like protecting their ego about not missing this admittedly small thing. Like it's okay to miss a small thing, but no. Instead, the creature did a backflip and just got out of there.
I'm out of here, man. I'm gone.
I'm done.
Dude ollies and he's like, I'm out. Peace.
Yeah, I'm imagining a very like Tony Hawk Pro Skater-esque scenario here.
Yeah.
Aliens fucking on a board doing some sick kickflips, being like later losers.
I'm out. Okay,
So
so
they
aliens
shoot
just
at it.
avoided shots like Matrix style.
Yeah, they can
Yeah.
like float too, so
Okay, man.
They
these
have,
aliens
like,
are
yeah.
cool.
Kyle, that hasn't showed up yet. You're doing spoilers, my
I'm
bad.
sorry, spoilers.
Sorry, spoilers. I'll forget that. Go back. I'm good. Here we go.
Thanks.
So, sorry, excuse me. I had Subway, so.
Subway eat burp.
So the two guys shoot at this alien, does its sick fucking backflip, and they run back to the house. The minute they get back in the house, the alien or one of them, it's hypothesized, like, by a few places there's up to 12.
Yeah.
Just because it starts showing up at so many different places that it can't feasibly be just one.
Yeah, it has to be multiples.
Okay, so there's not just one little alien. Are they all at the same level of acrobatic prowess, though?
Well,
Absolutely.
yeah, apparently because they're all like scrambling around on the roof and stuff.
Yep.
They're causing a serious ruckus up there.
So Billy and Lucky, the most stereotypically Kentuckian names I can fucking think of, get back into the house, and the minute they do, little boy, Mr. Goblin himself, shows up at the window, and of course,
peering in the window.
Yeah, they fucking shoot at it again.
Yeah. Shoot
Of
through
course.
their window.
And shoot out their own dang window. Like, what?
Yep.
Come on.
Yeah, they blow through the screen, and then they run back outside to be like, oh, fuck, we got him. But he's not there.
Yep,
Of
can't
course
find
not.
him.
I've seen too many horror movies to expect that goblin to still be there.
Uh-huh. But they are standing on the porch being like, oh, fuck, where'd it go? And apparently, according to their account, a little clawed hand comes down from the roof to kind of touch them.
Yeah. Which, man, that is straight out of a horror movie.
So,
Yeah.
like, a hand just comes down from the roof where these goblin aliens are hanging out and just, like, touches one
Yeah, a
on the
little
head.
tiny goblin claw comes out.
Kind
and
of
he's like,
ruffles Billy's hair.
yeah.
Billy or Lucky, it's one of the two.
Oh,
who,
It's nice to meet you, sport.
Yeah.
So far, these aliens
Good job,
have
champ.
not put forth any aggression.
Uh-uh.
I'd like to say
And
that
that's...
all of the aggression has been on our part, and Billy
Yeah,
Ray Cyrus especially.
Billy Ray, you got to get your shit together. I got to be honest. My first impression of these little hucksters is, I think that they're great and adorable. I'd wanna have one as a pet.
Yeah.
And hang out with it.
Definitely.
Maybe see
You
if we
wanna
can do any
treat him
telekinetic tricks.
Treat him like royalty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They sound great. Nothing in this whole thing sounded like malevolent. They were just like, "Hey, what's up? Oh God,
Yeah, like...
you're firing at us. Oh shit!" And then they're like, "Oh, but we're still curious little alien boys," and they reach out to touch the people.
And that continues through the entire account. Like, there's never any malevolence shown.
Yeah,
oh man, why do we keep shooting then?
well, I don't know,
Because
they're
it's
freaked out.
Kentucky,
Yeah,
Nile.
it's fucking Kentucky. They end up eventually they end up at a police station.
That's a decent bit later.
Yeah. After like
Anyway.
hours of putting up with these aliens, right?
Okay, I'll stop interrupting. You
you're
can
good.
keep going.
You're good. So after the little boy comes down and touches their hair, says, howdy do. They try and shoot it again. This is where, as Kyle was talking, according to them, the little dude floats to the ground and then runs into the cover of the woods. There's a continued siege on the family. Yeah, exactly. A couple hours later is when, as you were saying, the Sutton family decides to go to the police station. They just make a break for it and say, fuck it. They take two vehicles to the police station and report their encounter to the sheriff, who is named Russell Greenwell. And they persuade him that, hey, we're not fucking around, we're not all hammered. Come check out these little green men.
Yeah, supposedly nobody who like came to report the incident seemed like they were under the influence of alcohol or anything. But later people would say like, oh, that's probably what happened, is they were like drunk and freaking out. But
Oh man, so so people are just disregarding the information given to them.
yeah, isn't that what we read, Garrett? Like, isn't that?
Yeah, no, it's 100% them saying, oh, it's probably just, fucking drunk hillbillies. But the sheriff himself is the guy who's like, all of a sudden seem like they're sober and they're genuinely frightened.
Yeah, they're all scared.
Oh man, that's
So
you'd like to believe the people.
yeah, you never know.
And I
Maybe
mean, like-
hey, maybe he was telling the truth. Maybe the sheriff was drunk. Who knows?
And, I was gonna say,
Sheriff was
as
really
someone who's been fucked up many times in their lives, never have I been like, there's little dudes coming out of the woods and chilling on my roof trying to get me.
Yeah, I can't say I've ever had that particular experience.
Yeah, like that. If they were on like meth or something, maybe.
Did they have meth back then?
I don't.
Yeah, when was meth invented?
I have no idea.
Siri, Google meth.
Google meth how to.
WikiHow/meth.
Siri,
Anyways,
win
let's no more meth talk.
Oh,
No,
wow.
don't do
hey,
drugs.
That would be a meth take.
Don't do drugs.
Meth was developed in Japan in 1919.
What?
What?
Yeah,
serious?
apparently.
That's super old.
In Japan?
I had no idea it was that old.
Man, this is quite the diversion.
Amphetamines were made in Germany in the 1800s.
I'm glad you have just an article about when certain drugs were invented going right now. That's really good.
I mean, it's good knowledge. I'll probably bookmark this.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
actually kind of interesting. So these people were definitely sober, supposedly, by all sheriff's account.
Yeah,
he
right.
may have been drunk, but we don't know
he
that.
could have
we
been.
don't know that. But then, like, if I remember correctly, things kind of escalate. Like, government people get involved, right? Or like
maybe?
the Project Blue Book thing.
Project Blue Book does get involved, and
What is
they deem
Project
it as
Blue
a
Book?
straight hoax.
Garrett, what is Project Blue Book for those
Project
who do
Blue
not know?
Book is the UFO case files that the U.S. government was running for a while.
Yeah, our government.
Wow.
Dun dun dun.
So that's like the actual X-Files.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Project Blue Book, dude.
Well, yeah, kinda.
Kind of. Well, basically, Project Blue Book said that this one was a hoax.
What do they know?
Like,
Yeah, but what the fuck does our government
and there's
know?
apparently like very little comments on it. Like, they just straight up say like it's a hoax.
oh, so
yeah.
they didn't even really look
Just
in.
very
They were
dismissive.
They just kind of
They don't care.
said, "Oh,
Yeah,
we
it's-
don't."
no, it's very
no. We don't
dismissive.
want to. We don't want to deal with this. So
They're
it's
too
just a
focused
hoax.
on mind control with celebrities
Yeah.
and the
Some
Illuminati.
MK Ultra,
Yeah, MK Ultra shit.
putting LSD in the water supply.
Yeah.
Oh man, what was the? There was this certain, I think it was a CIA experiment where they it was called like Operation Night something, where they gave a bunch of people LSD and then bought them hookers.
Oh
And
man,
just
let me
to, like-
look up Operation Night something.
I can't remember the exact name,
How
but
did
it's
you
something
get...
they've actually disclosed. Like that, this is something they actually did.
What the fuck?
Where they
Man.
like gave people psychotropics and then had them like sleep with hookers.
Why? For what? To what?
It's a good question. It was something to do about like different drugs effects on people and somehow interrogation was like how could they use drugs to interrogate people and stuff. It was something like that.
So they had them sleep with hookers?
Operation Midnight Climax.
Yeah, Midnight Climax. Operation Midnight Climax. Isn't that awesome?
Oh, man. Oh, my God.
Man. I typed in LSD and hookers to Google and it was the first result.
There it is. Operation Midnight
It was
Climax.
like, hey, we got you. We got you, man. Check this shit.
God,
Yeah,
Operation Midnight Climax
Definitely
even
Google
sounds like
that
an
one.
old school porno.
I mean, you could have filmed some. I don't know.
God,
Oh,
what the
man.
Definitely.
Oh, this is way more sinister than I would originally thought.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The project consisted of a web of CIA-run safe houses in San Francisco, Marina, New York, and it was established in order to study the effect of LSD on unconsenting individuals.
Oh, God.
Prostitutes on the CIA payroll were instructed to lure clients back to the safe houses where they were surreptitiously plied with a wide range of substances, including LSD, and monitored behind one-way glass.
Oh, my God. What the fuck?
Holy
Yeah, so
shit!
that's what that is.
So the prostitutes are on the government payroll, and they give their their clients LSD.
Yeah.
Oh,
Holy shit.
Operation Midnight Climax, folks.
that's fucked up.
We should do a CIA like admitted things episode.
Yeah,
Hey,
exactly.
And we'll delve more into that. But yeah, Operation Midnight Climax, folks.
Jesus.
We should look deeper into our government, and we should look deeper into the Men in Black.
Oh man, that's
Yeah, and get some fucking men in suits knocking.
I
on
will
our
not
doors.
rest until we get somebody knocking on our door telling us to back off.
Oh man, that's like they supposedly have like eyes that are just like cavities in their head.
Oh, that's fuced up and awesome.
And it's
Yeah,
just
fuck
like
that.
Sounds
every
metal as
description
hell.
of Men in Black I've found like when I was researching Mothman, I ended up researching some Men in Black stuff because it's a little bit tied together. And every account of it was just kind of terrifying.
Jeez.
It's just a bunch of people that have like had weird encounters with these suited men that just stop them from digging any further into certain things
That sounds awesome.
under like threat of anything.
Well, then we have a
It's-
feature episode
oh
topic.
man.
Anyways, where did we leave off with our Hopkinsville Goblins? Yo?
About the
about
sheriff
Project
possibly
Blue Book
being
and
drunk,
stuff.
but that's
Yeah.
not. Hey, folks, let us clarify that that's us joking.
Yeah, we don't
Never
know if
once
the
is it
sheriff-
actually called into question if the sheriff's drunk
Yeah,
himself.
we have no idea.
That's a
he could
little
have been.
goof on our part.
Yeah, that's our spoof on the whole situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much the Hopkinsville Goblins. It's just famous because there's a lot of weird details and stuff. I guess one of the main things like that people use to like debunk this one is they think that these people saw owls.
Just
That like the
What?
yeah.
All right, yeah, hey, all right, let's fucking talk about this shit for a second. Because it's this dude who's a noted skeptic and shit, and like God, what's his fucking name?
You saw this. I didn't see his name, but
Hang on, I'm looking it up because this dude, this dude has been in 3 significant cases: the Flatwoods Monster, the Kelly Hopkinsville Goblins, and I can't remember the third, but in all 3 he's like, it's a fucking owl.
So owls seem to be a big thing for debunking myths because
Joe
that's
Nickel.
also
It's fucking Joe Nickel. That's his name.
because
Fucking
owls
Joe
were
Nickel.
also one of the explanations for Mothman.
That's
and
the
a couple
third
other
one.
things.
Yeah, it's the Flatwoods Monster, the Mothman, and the Hopkinsville Goblins. All
Yeah.
3. He's like,
So-
it's an owl.
This dude just thinks owls are responsible for everything.
Yeah.
and that's
he
kind of
doesn't
cool.
think he doesn't think people in fucking Kentucky. I live in Indiana. I know what a fucking owl looks
Yeah, I do too. I've seen many an owl in my time.
like.
Yeah.
Even at night in like the fucking dark, you can clearly be like, "Oh, that's a bird of prey. That's an owl."
yeah, and I mean the official report of the family that was terrorized by the Hopkinsville Goblins. The official report is they were all sober and terrified. So like I don't know. Maybe they saw something, but
Like, I don't think owls were that mysterious in the 50s.
yeah, you had to have known what an owl
Yeah.
looked like. I don't think they were too.
If you're living in the fucking woods in Kentucky, like,
Yeah, you know
there
what
would
an
have been
owl is.
other scenarios where there would have been like, there's fucking aliens, and the sheriff would have been like, it's owls again.
Yeah.
You know, this wouldn't have been one single time.
Well, and aren't owls like
Owls
somehow
again.
related to aliens in a lot of like alien related like lore stuff?
There's a bunch of spooky shit, you know, like, and especially like films and various, you know, UFO shows where a lot of the times they use owl imagery.
So aliens just like are really into owls.
I don't know about that.
Or owls are really into aliens.
Yeah.
I mean,
Aliens are owls are little like watchers put here by aliens. That's why their heads can turn all the way around. They can see everything with their little
they're
owl
living
watchers.
cameras, essentially, is what I think what we're trying to get here.
Organic cameras, sci-fi tech stuff.
It's kind of cool.
Going back to the Hopkinsville shit,
Yeah.
August 22nd, obviously, is when the newspaper, you know, fully begins these stories of, hey, you know, the Sutton family saw some fucking aliens or some shit.
Saw some serious shit.
Because that's a big story. Hey, if you're a fucking newspaper, you're always on the hunt for that shit.
Oh yeah, you always want something, especially like regional, because regional news is very important for people.
And I mean,
anything close to home.
yeah, but initially, you know, public opinion is that the whole thing is a hoax. But like, the website that I'm viewing here brings up some questions that need to be answered, even assuming that this is a hoax. Number one, why would the Sutton family make this up? Because they get
fame,
no money from
fortune,
the story. No, they get nothing from the story.
They haven't disclosed their financials.
They
let me see that cheddar, and then
additionally, they do not seek publicity about this.
They wanted to be just famous enough to get a Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Which is something we all ascribe to. Like, we all want that.
Yeah, I hope somebody writes a Wikipedia about me, and I hope it's nice.
It's all I think about every day. When am I going to get my own Wikipedia page?
Keeps me up at night.
Am I going to be listed, in the fucking, categories? List of people who exploded.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
That's my number one goal.
How many people have exploded?
I don't know, upwards of 20.
Okay. That's a pretty selective list. I'll give you that.
Pretty cool topic, boys. So I just wanted to say that when we were researching this, I saw 2 articles that were claiming that the Hopkinsville Goblins were back. The first one saying, hey, they're back. And then the second one saying, hey, we're going to elaborate on the story about them being back. Now, Garrett, I know you read some of this, but I don't think you read all of it. And I dove right into all of this.
Yeah, I just kind of skimmed it because that was one of the days where we were kind of getting prepared and we thought we were having people show up.
Yeah, long story short, we didn't get to record that day, but whatever. So I read that whole thing. I read the whole thing and the update. So basically, I don't remember the name of the site, which I apologize. We'll post a link.
Weekinweird.com.
Weekinweird.com. That's right. It was a cool website. I'm gonna go check them out again. But basically, what I read was that one of the guys at Week in Weird received an email from another guy claiming that the Hopkinsville Goblins were back. Essentially, he was basically sending mail saying hey, I'm having weird fucked up encounters that's reminiscent, and I'm also from Kentucky, nearby. Oh God, what? I'm trying to remember what the landmark. It was a.
Hang on, I've got the site up.
It was an abandoned mine.
Oh, yeah, it's a mine. Yeah.
Yeah, he's living near an abandoned mine, and he's been there for 7 months, I think is when the mail was sent, and he's just talking in this letter about all this weird shit that's going on, and the creepy stuff. He has, I think it was his daughter who says something about the kids in the backyard at night that don't have any hair. It says fucked up shit like that.
Okay, kids saying creepy non sequiturs is
especially
just chilling.
Describing other children that are hairless at night in your backyard. So he talks about stuff like that. He says that, and that he's seen footprints and shit.
Which he provides photos of.
Yeah, there's photos of footprints on
if you go to their website, there are
if you look up their website, there are photos
in the ground.
And there's also a photo of supposedly what is one of the goblins, supposedly. But there's a whole bunch of weird shit that goes down. For instance, he tells a story of eventually waking up in the middle of the night and looking out his kitchen window to see the goblins fucking around in his yard and stuff.
For some reason, every time we mention the goblins, the only thing I'm picturing in my head is Winslow from CatDog. So I'm just when they reach down and ruffle his hair, just hey, hey,
fuck, man. Hey, so Winslow is a blue mouse from an old cartoon called CatDog. For those of you who don't remember fucking CatDog, that's who Winslow is.
I've tried to think of other things, but I can't.
I've tried to forget CatDog.
Yeah, I've been trying to forget.
That's all I've been trying to
for
do.
years. Anyways, I'm glad that you have a good visual for them. But yeah, he reports all these things. The long story short with this whole basically it all kind of amounts to nothing in this story, as I understand it. He gets sent all this weird info and these stories and shit, and there's this weird connection to a some other guy who had some sort of UFO related operation in Vietnam or something. I'll
it gets weird.
My suggestion, it gets really weird. My suggestion
is... we're now tying it into Vietnam, and UFOs. I guess we were talking about UFOs earlier, but like, I wasn't expecting Vietnam to pop up in here.
Really, my suggestion with the new thing is to like go look it up and read it because it's weird. Because like eventually this guy stops emailing him, and he has to get info from another contact, and like after he gets the info from that contact, again, I also don't know how much of this is credible because it's like just a random website, but
yeah, just an email from
yeah.
somebody
So
that's
it was
claiming
interesting and it was cool, and this guy claimed that they came back, but it was not confirmed. So yeah, that's about the whole Hopkinsville Goblin experience.
Okay.
I like them personally. I really like their description. Every description of them just sounds just adorable to me.
So what was the overall description?
Like short,
3 to 4 foot tall, big eared, like really thin
big like
mouthed,
goblin ears,
little dudes.
Yeah, little tiny skinny limbs, big eyes. Yeah.
So almost like Dobby-esque.
Kind of, but not as like Dobby is really like fuck ugly.
True.
And the Hopkinsville Goblins are like kind of cute.
So imagine like a really cute Dobby.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or, and this is my favorite bit, and I know Kyle knows I've been waiting to bring it up. The Pokemon Sableye.
Sable? I don't see. I dropped out after like Silver and Gold, which is second
that's
generation.
That's a fucking shame because it was in 3rd generation.
Yeah, 3rd generation. You can encounter Sableye in that little cave on the island that you go to early on in the game. I don't remember the names of the places, but Sableye is a cool ass Pokemon. It's what dark ghost.
Yeah, it's a little purple dude who kind of has these weird kind of shaky motions, and it's 100% based on these Kelly Hopkinsville Goblins.
Yeah, look up Sableye, Sableye. He's cool. He's neat. I like him.
He's
a
my
lot.
favorite.
And yeah, he is definitely based on the Hopkinsville Goblins.
Yeah, we keep saying fucking Hopkinsville. There's no S between the P and the K.
Yeah, it's Hopkins.
That's a major problem I have every time I talk about this.
Yeah, because I always used to say Hopkinsville.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's Hopkinsville.
Yep. That's my problem.
Revelations with Nile and Garrett.
So I tried to just look up Sableye on Google Images. But I did spell it slightly incorrectly, but I just got a bunch of, like, MySpace angle selfies of somebody instead of any Pokemon. And I even have Pokemon in my search criteria.
Oh, that's Sableye. She's very famous.
Yeah. I figured it out now.
She is?
But it's...
I don't know her.
Yeah, that guy's pretty cute, I gotta say.
Oh, yeah, Sableye's cute.
He's a little shadowy, purple, goblin-y figure.
Yeah,
yep.
So he's actually like confirmed based on.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah,
I believe is they said he was based on that.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
yeah. We like talking about this podcast before we started. We were talking about like places these things pop up in popular culture. There's not really anything that's more popular culture than Pokemon right now.
Yeah, that's for true.
Cool.
And they're gonna issue that New World Order through the Pokemon Go.
Yeah, Niantic, the guy that used to work for something to do with the FBI, and
yeah, Mr. Niantic.
Mr. Niantic himself.
His
Mr. Niantic is watching you through your phone and
world.
is going to use that information to take down the
those
world.
millennials.
Wake up!
Wake up, sheeple!
Wake up, sheeple! Am I the wokest bae you've ever met?
Don't say that.
Damn, guys, I'm feeling woke as hell.
Top 10 list of wokest baes, and I'm number fucking 1.
I'm a solid 2. I'm clearly nowhere near number 1. There's a significant
We've really
gap.
gone off topic here.
It's okay.
We just got excited about being woke because we knew Sableye.
Yeah, being woke's cool. So Sableye is based on the Hopkinsville Goblins.
Yep.
And
Hopalong, they also the band Hopalong was inspired by the Hopkinsville Goblins because it had hop in the name. So they're like, that's a nice word, and they used it for that band.
Goblin.
Wow.
Lots
True
of
facts.
interesting things surrounding the Hopkinsville Goblins and
lots of spooky
pop
stuff,
culture and stuff. Lots of
the viewer, the
stuff.
listener. Excuse me. There's nothing to view here. Should Google, get a fucking full glimpse for once in your life.
Hey, fucking open your eyes.
Yeah. Hey,
and take a look
Get
at
that
this.
third eye open.
Y'all millennials
Wake
walking
the
around with
fuck
your
up.
faces glued to your screen. How'd you even know that the Hopkinsville Goblin would even come out of the bushes in front of you?
You'd be walking around.
You're
You'd
too
be
busy
looking for
playing
that
Minecraft
Char
on
Lizard.
your iPhone.
You'd be on your iPhone 6 looking for Char Lizard, and you wouldn't even notice if a Hopperville Goblin jumped up on the rump and bit you. You wouldn't even notice.
Jumped up on the rump and bit ya? All right.
The
You would be
Hopkinsville
too-
Goblins are notably rump-thirsty bastards.
Yeah.
So is that involved in like summoning the Hopkinsville Goblins? Is like are rumps involved?
You gotta put your rump out there
Don't
if
be
you want to
fucking
get a
ridiculous.
goblin to come up on you.
Don't fucking joke about this stuff.
No one's
this is
joking.
Very serious.
Nobody
So
ever.
how do you,
Nobody is saying jokes.
is there anything about like why they went to this specific place or like why they They came
Abandoned
down?
mine shaft that they chilled.
Yeah,
in,
just kinda
I guess.
chilling.
That's about as far as it goes.
There was the Brown Mountain Lights connection, Kyle.
Oh,
Brown
yeah, yeah.
Mountain Lights?
Yeah, infamous lights in the Brown Mountains.
In North Carolina.
Yeah.
But there's apparently like a similar phenomena in Kentucky. And it's essentially like it's those weird lights that show up in the middle of mountains and people are always like, oh, you know, it's headlights from cars or like it's somebody working.
Swamp gas.
And when you like look into it further, it's like no highways are near here. Like there's no reason for people to be here.
Okay, so just like generic, there are lights out in these
Yeah,
mountains,
weird
maybe
forest
involved
lights,
with.
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that's not there's no like direct.
Yeah, there's
this
really
is why
nothing
they're
just saying
here.
this is why the Hopkinsville Goblins are here. They're just a weird type
It's
of alien.
yeah, it's just
supposedly.
that, you know, this other weird stuff happens here too. There might be a connection. Nobody's sure.
So maybe it's like one of those like window areas where supposedly the paranormal is it's easier for the paranormal to bridge into this world.
Yeah, I want to
The
find one of
magnet
those spots
areas.
and move there. I want to
Magnet areas, yeah, that's what I was looking
Yeah, I
for.
want
John
to move
Keel's
to one of
magnet
those
areas.
spots. That sounds fucking awesome.
Kyle, it's my house. That's one of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
maybe
do
we'll
that
have to
in a
go. We'll
future
go do
episode.
an episode for your house where we just talk about the alien stuff we've seen.
Personal
around it.
experiences.
Yeah. Hey, holy fuck! Did I
Shh,
leave
don't
a
talk
beer?
about it. Well, go get your beer.
No,
Garrett?
I apparently left a beer up on my TV. That's weird.
Go fucking
Yeah,
get
go
it.
grab it.
Oh shit! It's
Go grab it and
it's
drink
half
it.
full. Fuck.
Drink it.
Well, luckily it's half full, not half empty, man. Like that's a good outlook on life.
I try my best.
Nice. Very nice and positive. Well, anyways, I think that we covered pretty much everything that we wanted to cover with the Hopkinsville Goblins.
Yeah.
And, I hope that you enjoyed
Big
your
question.
journey with the goblins. I hope you look forward to more goblins in your future.
I only
Oh,
hope
yeah?
that goblins visit you in your days.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a goblin lover now. I'm a big fan of goblins. I'd kiss and hug a goblin. and say-
GoblinBoy69@gmail.com.
Okay,
Email
don't
me
make it
sometime.
weird. Don't make it weird. That's not your email.
Well, it should be.
But yeah, that's the show for
question.
today. Yeah, I guess the last thing to wrap it up is what's the big question?
What's the big question of the week? Kyle?
I didn't actually think about a big question of the week for this one.
I'll be honest. I generally make it up on the spot.
Okay.
What did the Sutton family see?
What did the Sutton family see?
Yeah, big question of the week is what did the Sutton family see? Did they see a new type of alien? Did they see owls? Did they see
Alien
did they make
owls.
shit up? Was it a bunch of fucking bullshit?
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and posit my side of this. What the
Okay.
Sutton family
Yeah,
saw.
go ahead.
So everyone's familiar with the actor Vern Troyer,
Yeah.
correct?
Remind me what he's been in.
Austin Powers, he was Mini-Me.
Oh, okay, yeah. Now
Uh,
I know who Vern Troyer is.
Vern Troyer
So-
harassed these people in the 50s, I think, is where...
So basically,
Wait.
I enjoy employing time travel into these scenarios.
Okay.
So I'm saying Vern Troyer in his, it's been a while since Austin Powers 3. Like he's got to find a word.
He has a
he
sex
hasn't had a
tape.
lot of
He-
work. He's got to
he
find
took-
it where he can get it.
Yeah, so he took work as a time traveling actor, where
Of course.
continuing with my unified theory of all cryptozoological things involving time travel.
Involving Vern
Um,
Troyer.
So Vern Troyer travels back in time and dresses as this little goblin thing to, just play little tricks throughout history, just play little goofs with families, and hangs out.
Vern Troyer is a noted goofster.
Yeah, he's
He's been in
really
Austin
filming for a
Powers,
future.
yeah.
He's filming for a future show where he does time travel tricks. It's like
Wow.
it's like Punk'd, but
They
throughout
call it
history.
triple treat or triple T.
Yeah,
Time travel tricks.
and he pulls punked pranks, but throughout history. And they were filming for the pilot for the Hopkinsville Goblins.
He just
So premiering in 2017 on, I believe, Stars, I think, is where they're at right
It's
now.
on-
Going
yeah,
all over
it's
the
starting.
fucking place right now.
So, check that out next year. He's gonna premiere.
That's a big
the
thing that
initial
they
episode
missed was that the Sutton family, took off for the sheriffs before, you just got Troyer'd. He couldn't say it.
You just got Troyer.
Here's the thing: can Vern Troyer fucking float? I don't think so.
We got
to?
techniques.
I don't know. That's
Yeah, no one's ever asked Vern Troyer to float.
until I see proof on air that he cannot float.
I'm gonna believe it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna believe
no.
it.
I want to see proof.
I want to see Vern.
Okay.
I want to
So-
see Vern Troyer fucking float.
Somebody
While
toss
I
Vern
believe
Troyer.
in him and believe that he can float, some people are skeptics and need to see Vern Troyer float.
Joe Nichol
So-
needs
He's
to
also-
realize Vern Troyer's not a fucking owl.
Yeah, he's not an owl, folks. That's a common misconception.
Joe,
Vern Troyer
you
is a human
dumb
being.
motherfucker.
Yep. Anyway, so that's my theory. I know that it may not be everybody's theory,
Yeah,
but
it's
that's
It's not my theory.
where I hold in my heart. Garrett, what's your theory?
My theory is that the owls were in cahoots the whole time.
Oh yeah, so
With
you
who?
think it's owls?
I think what it is it is owls, but the owls are being directed by the goblins.
Oh shit. Okay.
I think that.
So the owls are the owls like ever making contact on Earth, or are they just like directing from their UFO?
No, the owls are there. It's the the Sutton family is seeing owls, but the owls are all being told by these little floaty men, like, hey, go stand by the window. Go fucking, float down from the roof when they shoot at you. It'll be real fucking spooky.
Freak him out. It'll be funny as fuck.
Yeah, like-
So
Dude,
so-
Vine this.
So the Hopkinsville Goblins are using owls as extras in their.
Essentially.
Okay. Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah, and another theory. I've got two theories, if you'll forgive me.
Oh shit! I don't know if that's
All right,
allowed.
part
Is that
two. No,
allowed?
that's legal.
Can you?
I'll allow
Okay.
it.
Can we-
You'll allow it. Okay.
I'll allow it.
Judge Kyle says it's allowed.
Okay. Second theory: the goblins are preemie, prematurely born Yeti.
Whoa, this is like a
Oh my
continuation
God.
from the first time we had a podcast
Yeah.
together.
Yeah,
I'm
you
drawing
you just
connections.
had to let me talk about Yetis
It's a
again.
fucking throwback.
I mean, I'm just.
I mean,
you got these large
Yetis-
ears, these claw-like hands. The yellow eyes. I mean, who's to say? Maybe a Yeti couldn't successfully make it through its pregnancy in Kentucky.
Yeah, hairless.
It is
Hairless
proven
Yetis before-
that Yetis don't develop hair until generally proportionally until they reach like past about 4.5 feet.
This is
So once
proven?
they get to 4.5 feet, they're old enough to start growing hair.
Right.
So they could just be very, very young Yetis.
As I was saying,
they're
preemie Yetis.
playful. They're in their playful era.
Okay.
The playful era.
And this is scientific data.
This is very
about-
scientific.
This is-
data.
no, this is
It
under-
comes from.
You could ask.
It comes
You
from
could
a,
ask a scientist at the San Diego Zoo, and they tell you the exact same thing.
IMIU report, IMIU report, which is the Institute of I Made It Up.
That's pretty fun.
That's fun.
Yeah,
Nile,
That's pretty good.
I think you're calling my ethics
hey.
into question. I don't appreciate it. I don't know.
Hey, that one was good. I really like that.
Yeah, what a fun goof.
all
I
right,
guess.
fine, Kyle. If you're so critical of other people's theories,
I,
what do you think
I
happened?
felt like
Alright.
he was pretty.
you want to hear
agreeing.
you want to hear? I'm not. This isn't even a theory. This is the truth.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
Big words from big man.
Here's what it's all about. Okay. Truth is, it is aliens. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know whether you guys expected that, but I'm going with the alien theory. Okay. And what happened was the aliens came on down, and I watch a lot of science fiction. I've been watching a lot of Star Trek lately. I've been watching a lot of I've been watching I've been watching a lot of Star Trek.
Yeah. And what was the other thing that you said you've been watching a lot of?
Stranger Things on Netflix.
Okay.
But
we all
no.
watched that.
Yeah, we
Fair
all
enough.
watched that.
Very good show.
Anyways, basically the aliens came to Earth and like they had technology that like they were gonna mask themselves
Okay.
to like try and blend in, maybe like associate with the humans so that they could integrate, become a part of our society and learn from that standpoint.
Oh, so you're taking the infiltration theory.
Yeah, no,
He's going Men in Black a la Will Smith.
No.
Man,
no,
I was
no,
going to
no,
go
no.
Battlestar Galactica,
No,
but
you shut the fuck
Will
up.
Smith
Everybody
works
shut
too.
up. Everybody shut up.
Wow.
Let me
That's
talk.
kind of rude, but
Let me continue. Okay.
Jesus.
Okay. So, further into my theory, the aliens have technology that lets them disguise themselves as organisms that they encounter.
Okay.
Like, why wouldn't aliens have that kind of tech? Now, my assumption is that their tech malfunctioned when they landed in the forest and they saw an owl, but like I said, their tech got all kinds of fucky and it went on the fritz.
So they disguised as owls.
So they disguised
So
as
you're
like fucked
taking-
up owl creatures.
You're
And-
taking the fucky tech theory.
Sure. That's not an actual theory, but sure. I mean, like, how else do you explain them approaching the family, like, with their arms up? They're like, we don't mean you any harm, just like...
Oh,
like,
hey,
yeah,
guys,
our tech is on the
Our
fritz.
shit
Help
got
us
all
out.
fucked up. We saw an owl. We got real scared. You know, can you protect us from the owls?
they're confused and their stuff's not working properly, but, like, they don't realize that they've cloaked as, like, owl monsters. They're all just fucked
They're
up.
horrible owl beasts, essentially.
So it's just all a misunderstanding.
Okay.
They normally would have cloaked as something normal.
They would have
but
cloaked as Dave
it
from,
all-
the family down the farm.
Yeah,
Just
sure.
a bunch of them as like one person
Yeah.
from the neighboring family.
Like one dude in like a striped polo and like khakis.
But there are 6 of them.
Yeah, and when he talks, he speaks with the voice of each person.
So
All at
it's
once.
just a weird echo effect. People are like, "Man, what? What?
Yeah.
What are you trying to
Exactly.
say?"
Yeah. So that's my theory. They
Okay.
tried to disguise themselves to infiltrate planet Earth for perfectly normal alien reasons, just study us, and their tech got all kinds of fuckered.
So what's their eventual goal for studying us?
I don't think
Big
they
Macs.
know. I think it's just like,
They're just doing it.
yeah,
for
let's
fun.
fucking wing it. Look at this planet over here. What the hell
Looks
is going
cool.
on over
Let's
here?
check it out.
Hey.
Let's try it out.
Has any other planet in our solar system developed Big Macs? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What if that's the-
From everything that I've read about NASA, no, we have not found any other planet
Yeah.
that has made a Big Mac.
Hi, hey, hello. Pretty simple.
Burger King, if you could sponsor us and help us get the Big Mac word out there to possibly
Kyle?
other planets.
Hey,
What?
Arby's.
Big Mac is McDonald's.
Oh,
If you want to go to Burger King, you can go the Whopperito and Mac and Cheeto combo.
But hey, those
right
mac
now.
and Cheetos taste like fucking ass.
Oh really?
Yeah,
they're
I have
mediocre.
not. I have not had them.
they're
Don't
hot
worry about
garbage. Kyle ate
Yeah, don't.
4.
You're not missing anything. But yeah, I ate them because you wouldn't. I was like, well, I'm not letting
Because
this go to
they're
waste.
fucking trash, dude. I would have just thrown them away.
Yeah, they weren't
but
very
you're like,
good. Don't-
I'm not. Give them to me.
Well, I told you you're like, what happens if they're gross? I'm like, I'll eat them. I'm not wasting this shit. No food wasted in my vicinity.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm a garbage dumpster of a human being.
I really don't know what to say to that.
Anyways, let's wrap this one up. We asked a question. We're really hitting the timer on this one.
Yeah, well, we're good.
Can you please use this image
Are you sending this?
for the podcast?
What?
I mean, if you send me an image,
Send
we can
us the- send it to
probably
us
put
real
that
quick.
up as the. I have
There
been
it
thinking
is.
about doing a little more personalized each episode images, since we've got some good ones. Okay,
Click that. What is that?
what is it? Let's see what it is. Oh God. Oh.
What game is
Is
that?
this from like EverQuest?
It's from the Wikipedia page.
Oh, that's the wiki illustration for
For the
Hopkinsville Goblins.
Goblin encounter.
Yeah.
We'll just say it looks like if you look at like Baldur's Gate 2 or EverQuest.
Yeah, it's that era.
It's that kind of graphics, and it just looks like little goblins taking out a medieval house.
Looks like the sickest RPG
Somebody
ever playing
put
in
an aura
2001.
around them.
Yeah, back when like anything. Just think about any game that was like an RPG around the time when you still had a like a ball mouse, like not like a. You still had that like ball. On the
ball
bottom.
mouse or a bouse.
I can't remember what they're like. Trackball mouse, I guess would
Yeah.
be the name. Yeah, back when you had a trackball mouse.
Anyways, thank you guys very much for listening to It Gets Weird. And thank you, Garrett, for coming back and
Thanks,
talking with
Garrett.
us.
You're our first repeated guest.
Yeah, the first repeat guest. We hope to have you on again sometime soon.
I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be the first milestone of repeated guests. I hope to show up more. Hope to give you all a lot of good laughs, a lot of good goofs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now that we
lots of
figured
jokes.
out the whole Skype guest thing on like technologically, we can
we can do
now
it more
start
often.
having more guests on here. So
Yeah.
hit us up at itgetsweirdpodcast@gmail.com if you ever have a topic or episode you want to guest on,
or just want to shoot the
question.
shit, whatever you want to say to us.
Email me. Here's my personal Skype number.
Not you.
No, not you. Not you.
Shut up,
not
On
you.
us.
We're talking
Send to
about,
us.
Yeah.
And we'll bring you in on things that we think you would be
I'm
you'd
just
be really good on.
I'm just gonna go ahead and still give out my personal Skype info if anyone wants to.
Don't do that. Don't do
If
that.
anyone wants to message me, maybe shoot the shit. Set up a nice coffee date
He's into long walks on the beach and cuddling
and spooky shit.
and like watching some horror movies. That's
Giving
just life.
LSD to people.
Yeah, he's into giving LSD from like he's a hooker that gives LSD.
I'm into
to
I'm
Johns.
into Operation Midnight Climax.
I just want to reiterate that the CIA did something actually called Operation Midnight Climax.
It was fucked up.
Can we just like make sure that is the main
I want to drill that into our
take
listeners'
away
head.
from this?
Fucking
Yeah.
Google Operation Midnight Climax and think about that.
But really, we do have a Facebook, which is It Gets Weird Podcast.
Yeah, look
So
us up on
Facebook.com.
Facebook, on Twitter.
We're on iTunes.
We also have a Twitter. Twitter is IGW Podcast. So if you go to at IGW Podcast, you'll get us.
And I'm assuming if you look up It Gets Weird on iTunes,
We are the
podcast,
first
you can
result
find
if you
them.
look
Yeah.
that up
So look us up on iTunes
You'll
because we're
see
there
the
now
all-seeing
too. It's
eye.
official.
as our icon.
Yeah. And if you want to text or call Garrett, his number is 47.
It's got 69 in it. I'll let you get that.
Okay.
If you guys want
All right,
to shoot me a hot
no,
text.
we'll bleep that. We'll bleep that.
We'll
in
bleep out like
post.
one of the numbers.
No, bleep out the whole thing. No.
Just bleep out the 47.
that.
Just
No.
keep the 69 in because
Text,
Okay, yeah,
text,
69's in
text
there.
Garrett about all your supernatural
hey, if you've
events
seen
in your
anything
life.
spooky, text me. Let me know.
Yeah.
I'll forward it to my
really,
cat.
really, subscribe on iTunes, review on iTunes. That's going to be the place you can help us most.
Like, comment, subscribe.
and That's cool on like Twitter
Upvote
and stuff.
on
But
Reddit.
really, review on iTunes is really what we need to get in that new and noteworthy category that we're striving for.
Yeah, leave us a friendly comment or some constructive criticism on iTunes and get us out there so that we can get in the
Are the boys
the
too
new
loud? Or
and-
the subject's not spooky enough?
I don't
boys
think you
not
could
loud
say
enough,
that.
subjects not spooky enough. Up the fucking game.
4 out of
boys.
5 stars. That's the best I can do.
It's that's fair. We can take that. We know there's room to grow, but we really like that you're at least taking the effort to
We
to
appreciate
give us a review. I still will put out my blanket claim of if I can figure out who you are with your iTunes moniker,
He
I
will.
will send you my favorite sticker on Facebook if I have you on my
Facebook
friend group.
sticker, and he's got a lot.
He will
I do have a lot of cool
personally
stickers,
mail
and I will
you.
send them to you. So thank you very much to everyone that's listened so far. We have we've only put up like 3 episodes so far at the time of recording this, but we are at like 170 some listens. That's really cool. Thank you very much, big everybody. And we'll keep putting stuff up every Sunday, right?
Yeah, much thanks. Hugs and kisses and peace out to all our listeners.
I
Thanks again,
appreciate
Garrett.
all of you.
Goodbye.
Bye.